Hello, folks. You're in bed with Ben Hermanski and Morten Krog from Workers in Songs. Now, tell me, Ben, what happened last night?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I went to bed sober and I woke up fresh this morning to be here. Not very rock story life, but...
No, that sounds like hell.
Yeah.
But you gotta do that once in a while.
Yeah, but I'm not on tour, so...
No, exactly.
But you are on tour, what happened?
No, we're actually not on tour right now, but this Wednesday, it was my stag party, because I'm getting married next week. So I was hungover all day and all night, but woke up this morning and felt ready and happy to take the band bus all the way down to Hamburg.
Yeah.
Because we are from Denmark, so. But it's been a good drive with only a little bit of Stau, as you say here in Germany. So,
I was told I could improvise with questions.
yes.
And I know that my great-grandfather, he had one device to keep his mustache in shape while sleeping.
Yeah.
It was just like this bandage where you fixed behind the ears.
Yeah.
What do you do with your beard when you sleep?
I fall asleep, and then my beard is like this next day, and I comb it. That is basically it. But I have seen those funny things, and also special cups that you can drink off, so your beard won't get fucked up, and even spoons that you can eat off, so you won't fuck your beard up. But when I eat soup, it's a good thing, because I kind of keep my soup for the next week, you know.
Yeah, it's fulfill all the stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have kind of shaky hands.
Yeah.
Some people say it's because of my chronic alcoholism, but I say it's a family weakness. So eating soup for me is like hell.
Or you could use hairspray and make your beard into a large tablet or something like that.
Oh, you could do that. Yeah, I'll think about it. But no beard net for me. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go on to the next question for you then, since you've been improvising. It's pretty cool. I'm not that cool. A good question. Can you sleep in total silence, or do you need some kind of noise around you?
I like nature noises. I was near of St. Peter-Ording a few nights ago, and it was so calm. You can only hear bugs or water or I don't know. And I could sleep so well. And the last 2 nights were here in Hamburg, where we have a very busy street around the corner.
Yeah.
And that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I slept anyway, but it was such a shock for me from that silent space where everything is green to the city where all the cars are and all the people are.
Yeah. What about your place in Bochum? Is it noisy there?
No, it's very quiet.
It
It's an area close to the city park.
Okay, and away from all the factories.
Yeah,
Yes.
all the old folks live there, so I'm very, very comfortable.
And then you.
Yeah, and then you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very comfortable there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Socks or no socks in bed? Depends on what you're doing.
Well, if you're thinking about that, then definitely socks. But if you're doing anything else, I prefer not to have socks on. That is actually kind of the favorite time of day. That's when you get home, you take your pants off, and you take your socks off, and you go to bed. And then you know you are the happiest person alive almost after a rough day. And then only the people around will have to suffer for all the stinky feet you bring home. But
How many people are in your bed?
my girlfriend and my dog. But my dog kind of likes my stinky feet.
I could imagine that.
Yeah.
What about your girlfriend?
She's not that fond of them. No,
Okay,
I'm afraid not.
I see why that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but still, no socks. I'll go for that.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Another interesting question is, if you could choose whomever you want who should write you a lullaby, who would it be?
Oh, I would say probably Gregory Alan Isakov, because I think he would do a very good job, and I like his voice. It's very soothing. I could easily imagine myself falling asleep to that voice.
Okay, I never heard of that guy.
You should check
Where's
him
he
out.
from?
He's from the US.
The U.S. All right.
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Songwriter, folk, and is it
Like yourself?
Yeah, like myself, I
Yeah.
basically keep my musical interests to songwriter and folk music.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, he's got a very soothing voice, and he did a stuff with a big orchestra, and you should give a listen.
Okay. Say the name again.
Gregory Alan Isaacoff. I could write it down for you later.
Yeah, do that.
Once we leave bed.
Yeah, exactly. If we ever leave bed.
Speaking of beds, which was the most uncomfortable place you ever slept at?
We actually talked about that in the band bus over here, and it was at the Roskilde Festival. Have you ever heard about that?
Roskilde? Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I live really close to the festival. In 2007, it was probably the most rainy year ever at Roskilde Festival. So the only thing you really could do was just to sit in your chair and drink beer until you passed out. So I did that, and then while I was really, really drunk, I accidentally walked into our bass player's tent and peed my pants and woke up. I had been sleeping really wet and figured out this is not my bed. And then I went back into my own tent. And then, I fell asleep and it was morning and I couldn't hear the bass player making noises from his tent. And I said, bass player. Oh, I said his name. Actually, but let's call him bass player. Bass player, I think I peed my pants. And then he said, okay, cool. Then maybe you can tell me why they're so wet in my tent. And yeah, so that was really uncomfortable. And I can't recommend peeing in your pants while you're drunk.
Well, actually, a story comes to my mind that is kind of similar, but not with actually peeing my pants. We were on tour, that was about 2008, and we were close to the German coast around Cuxhaven, and we couldn't find a hostel or anything, so we put up our tent outside. It was raining all the time, and I'm a very large fella, so you know what happens when you touch the outside of a tent when it's raining? The inside also gets wet. So I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was wet till here in my sleeping bag, and I thought, whoa, you did not... No, you didn't.
You were lucky. I weren't that lucky.
I thought it was raining outside. So I went and slept in the car. And because the back bench was full, I had to sleep on the front seats. And that was the only car where the horn was working when you did not put the ignition key in. So whenever I fell asleep, my knees fell on the steering wheel, and I was awake again. And after 3 hours, I was so pissed, and my bandmate, he just he kept on sleeping. Well, why is he honking all the time? I said, well, let's go to the hostel in Hamburg and dry our clothes. Very pissed off.
And you had a gig that night?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We used a blow dryer to keep everything in order, but that was nice.
Yeah, well, I can imagine. Oh wow. I have to ask you one more question.
Yeah, that's cool.
I have a few more if we have the time. Tell me, top 3 people that you wouldn't mind being caught in a bed with by a paparazzi.
Morten from Workers in Songs. Because actually I'm doing that for a living.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm tempted to say politicians, but I wouldn't say that. Now, Donald Trump would be very cool.
Yes, that would actually
be fantastic. He had a lot of explaining to do, and it would rush my career.
And ruin his.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all his Republican voters would not be voting for him if he were caught with a man in bed. Yeah. That's cool.
And my best friend Fabian, because we shared a bed once on a vacation and it was very, very asexual, and we're good friends, so that's perfectly fine if you stay in bed with your friends.
And you don't mess around too much.
No. Well, actually, he told me, and my girlfriend at the time told me as well, that I turn around a lot at night, and I do so by jumping up, turning around in midair, and crash down again. So it's not that good to share a bed with me, I guess.
No, so if Fabian probably wouldn't choose you if I ask him this question.
Probably his girlfriend more than me, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good answers.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Do we have more time? I have a few more questions here. Okay. I hope it's not the same as the story with the bass player before, but what's the scariest thing that ever happened to you in bed?
Well, I think this has to be another drunk story, but it wasn't actually in bed, which means I thought I was in bed. I was interrailing about 8 years ago with 2 of the guys from the band, and we were in a hostel in Vienna, and I, all of a sudden, I found myself, it was kind of a dormitory, and there was a bathroom in the dormitory, and I all of a sudden woke up at the bathroom totally naked, and it was completely dark, and I couldn't find anything because I was so drunk. So I just walked around and fell over the toilet and turned on the shower, and I was like, maybe it was 30 minutes of just walking around trying to find the exit, and I couldn't understand why I was naked, and it was actually very scary. Oh, yeah. So after walking around about 30 minutes there, I finally got out of there, which was a big relief, but I was really naked and wet. So that's the thing I don't want to try again.
I could imagine that.
Yeah.
I was told to ask a monster question, but...
A what?
Oh, yeah. That's the last question. So
okay.
Well, I was told that we ran out of time, so...
It's been nice.
I have to put it...
Being in bed with you.
We have to answer... Come share us in our bands as well. I have to ask you, and I have to answer that as well. Which monster sleeps under your bed?
I don't really think there are any monsters because my dogs scare them away. But if there would be a monster under my bed, it would be Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's very monstrous.
Yeah, he is. Or just anything that looks a little bit like Donald Trump. That's also very scary, and I can imagine. Because of my dog, a lot of blonde hair. It's a golden retriever. A lot of blonde hair falls under my bed, and it kind of looks like his hair.
Ah,
you know. So it actually is kind of Donald Trump under the bed.
Actually, I have no space for monsters because there are a lot of guitar cases under my bed. Yeah. But if there was a monster and it was scary, it would be probably Pennywise from It. And the Tim Curry version of playing Pennywise, he's so freaking scary when he does that role. And I watched it too early in my life. Yeah. It's recommended 16 or 18, I don't know. I watched it at like 10, 11. Yeah. So that scares you for life. Kids, do not watch horror movies. These ratings have a meaning to them. I
was really scared when I was a kid going to the toilet because I was afraid that the It monster would come up and grab me in the ass. That's the true story. I was really scared going to the toilet. So don't watch scary movies.
and watch the toilet before going at night.
Yeah. Before you're going to bed.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to hear some songs from you, and I'll leave the bed.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
It was a very cool session with you guys in bed with Morten from Workers and Songs, and I'm Ben Hermanski.
Yeah. Ciao.
Take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Love will make you drink and gamble. Stay out all